Today I'm going to take you through a Teaching with Technology resource page. This is a word cloud created with Taggle. You can see it right up here. There's the link for you to find that on your own. But the reason this word cloud creator is so great is because you put the words in, but you can also embed links to each word. I'm going to show you what I mean. So let's start with TPAC. When teaching with technology, you need to be able to tie content, pedagogy, and technology all together. That's what TPAC shows you how to do. So when you click on TPAC, it takes you to the organization's web page. When we look at the web page, we can find videos to help us and different articles to help us understand how these three areas are so important and what we need to do to be able to teach them effectively. This is their own infographic on what TPAC is and what their purpose is when they want you to teach a specific way. It makes a lot of sense, and I think it's actually a really strong foundation for everything else a teacher does with technology, because you have to have the pedagogy, you have to have the content. This is the how you teach, this is the what you teach, but you also need to be intentional about the way you use the technology, and that's why TPAC is so instrumental when teaching with technology. If we go back to the Teaching with Technology resource page, we can find other really helpful links. Let's start with the Teaching Standards with Technology created by ISTE. So we're going to go to ISTE S, which is the student standards. Again, as you saw, I clicked on ISTE S in my word cloud, and then it took me to the standards for students. This arrow means there's more than one page, so you can just click through that and it recircles itself. It's not multiple pages, it's just two. I mean, multiple as in 3, 4, 5, 6. It's just 2 pages worth of standards, but it's a really good place to start when you are given the opportunity to use technology in the classroom, because it gives you a framework. So there's standards for students, there's standards for teachers. Let's go ahead and look at some of the teacher standards. Standards for teachers, again, it's just 2 pages. And you can download this PDF and then print it if need be for your own resources. There's also standards for administrators. Again, just 2 pages. There are also standards for computer science educators and for coaches. Coaches are like the teachers of technology for teachers. So they're the teachers' teachers. They're not like PE coaches or gym coaches or like team coaches. They're coaches specifically designed to help coach teachers with technology. And they have just 2 pages as well. Let's see if we can find the computer science educator standards. Right there, sorry. So those are the 5 strands that ISTE has created on standards for teachers. So there's for teaching with technology, excuse me. So there's students, teachers, administrators, coaches, and computer science educators. Okay, we're going to go back over here to our word cloud and try a few other links just so you can see the kinds of resources you have available to you. Let's look at web literacy. This is a web page created by Mozilla for teachers that are using technology intentionally in the classroom. It's really great. So as you can see, they have the 21st century skills that all learners should have: problem solving, communicating, creating, and collaborating. Problem solving is often referred to as critical thinking, so that it can be called the 4 C's of the 21st century learner. So let's look at an example. We're going to go to write, and then let's try coding. And as you can see, as I pick a specific skill, it tells you what of those 4 areas is being addressed. And then you can come down here. It gives you coding competencies, and then it gives you related coding activities that you can use in the classroom to teach coding to your students. It's a really great resource for any of these areas, really. And then I can just click on web literacy again, and I can pick a different area. Now let's check out some really great stuff given to us by Google. This is GAF, Google Apps for Education. And on this website, edtechteacher.org, they talk about all aspects of Google in the classroom. It's very helpful. And there are links here for you, as an educator, but they are also in the word cloud under Google Classroom, Hangouts, and Chrome extensions. You can find that in the word cloud, but they address specific areas for Google app users for educators. So it starts with a nice little blog, and then it goes down and gives you some really detailed, specific information. So if we go into Google Classroom, for example, we can see how they are using Google Classroom, what it looks like, how they set it up. This is just one free learning management system platform that you could utilize. Some people use others like Edmodo or Canvas. Those are two that I'm familiar with. But as you can see, they have pictures. They do step-by-step. There's tutorials. There's videos on all of this information for you in Google Classroom. And again, this is at edtechteacher.org. So let's go back one more time. We're going to just keep flipping back to our word cloud to look at the different links that we have available. Let's check out Docs. Now, this was put together by Google itself.
Are your cheeks hurting already?
I think I smiled too much, though.
Hey guys, John and Debbie here. Welcome back to the App Show.
This week, we're going to talk about Docs. We're going to cover one new feature, suggested edits, and two advanced functions, research tools, and templates.
But first,
So they have Docs. Then if you look over here, they have other videos that they've put together. So there's one on Sheets, there's one on Slides, and those are also linked into the word cloud for you under Sheets and Slides. There are other really great presentation tools for teachers and educators to be able to use besides just Slides or PowerPoint. So I'm going to show you a couple of those now. Let's look at Prezi is one of them. Prezi is great because it creates like a giant map for you. Let's look at the gallery and I'll show you what I mean. So it creates a giant map for you, and then you are able to create a pathway in that map so that you can go around in a circle, and things can be upside down, but as you're working your way through your pathway, things turn right side up as they're presented to your audience. It's a really great tool, and it keeps learners engaged because it's so different from a traditional PowerPoint or slide. Another really great one is Haiku Deck. This is really student user friendly. So it's great for younger students because it gives them a background. It tells them, okay, your text box is going to be here, your font, your theme, all your backgrounds are chosen, and then you just put in the words. And it's very helpful for younger students to create really polished looking presentations. There are several more available to us to look at. Emaze is another one. These are just a few examples of ones that I have found or I've used over the years. Let's look at PictoChart. This is different than just a regular presentation tool because you can create more than just a presentation. They have great things that you can do reports, you can do newsletters, you can do infographics, you can upload your own images to use. So it's really, really great. And then it's easy to share either digitally or you can print off whatever you make that's an infographic and pass it out however you need it to be used. Those are just a few of the really great links that are here. One more thing I want to show is SAMR. The SAMR model is how you can take traditional paper pencil activities in the classroom and change them with technology. You start at the basic level of substitution where you just say, okay, write a paper, now use a typewriter. And then augmenting is, okay, write a paper and then use a Word document processor so you can use spell check and grammar check, things like that. And then it gets more and more changed as you work your way through the SAMR model. Not all activities need to be completely redefined through the SAMR model, but many will be. So you have this resource for SAMR, and then if you go back to the word cloud, the SAMR words are used. Substitution, for example, is used, and you can click on it, and you can go to more information about the SAMR model. So those are just some of the great resources available to you. If you use this word cloud, you're able to find lots of really helpful links. There you go.